The skies over East Asia are growing crowded and tense. Today, December 5, 2025, China and Japan stand on high alert, with the world watching. At the heart of this friction is Taiwan, a self-governing democracy that China's leader, Xi Jinping, vows to reclaim, by force, if necessary. For Japan, the strategic waterways and air corridors near Taiwan are vital lifelines, making any conflict a direct threat. Chinese military aircraft and drones now fly closer to Japanese airspace than ever, testing Japan's defenses. Each encounter in the skies above the East China Sea is a dangerous dance. One miscalculation could ignite war. The Ryukyu Islands, including Okinawa, are being transformed into a defensive fortress, bristling with radar and missiles. The stage is set, the players are in position, and the world holds its breath, wondering if the tense peace in Asia is about to shatter. Nations prepare for war, hoping never to fight one. This is deterrence. China's rapid military buildup aims to dominate the skies over Taiwan and deter outside intervention. Advanced stealth fighters, bombers and drones now challenge US and allied air superiority in the Pacific. Japan, once limited to a defensive military, is rearming and modernizing, recognizing that any Taiwan conflict will draw it in. Its southern islands, just 70 miles from Taiwan, are now crucial strategic ground. Japan is investing in top-tier fighter jets, next-gen tech, and joint command structures for seamless military coordination. Forces are dispersed and bases hardened to survive a surprise attack. This arms race is a classic security dilemma. Each side's moves to feel secure push the other to arm further. The region teeters on a knife's edge, both sides ready for a war they claim not to want. The skies near Taiwan are the testing ground for next-generation warfare. Stealth fighters, AI-powered drones, and networked combat. The US leads with collaborative combat aircraft, unmanned, AI-driven jets flying alongside F-35s, directed by a single pilot like a quarterback. The YFQ-42A drone, tested in August 2025, can make tactical decisions and execute coordinated attacks. China's FH-97 drone, revealed in September, matches these capabilities, aiming to deploy swarms that saturate enemy defenses. In a Taiwan conflict, China could unleash hundreds of drones to absorb attacks, gather intel, and strike key targets. Japan is adapting fast, upgrading its F-35 fleet, modernizing F-15s, and developing its own drone tech in close partnership with the US. The future air battle will be won by the side whose planes, drones, and pilots fight as a single, intelligent network. The race is on to build that network first. Falling behind means risking defeat before the first shot is fired. In this new era, speed, intelligence, and teamwork will decide the skies. Tensions in East Asia are shaped by the ambitions of powerful leaders. China's Xi Jinping and US President Donald Trump. Xi has made reunifying Taiwan central to his legacy, overseeing China's rapid military modernization and pushing to expand China's influence. He tests adversaries with constant military patrols, aiming to normalize China's presence and shift the balance of power. Trump's policy is peace through strength, strengthening alliances, accelerating next-gen military tech, and making clear the US will not back down. The F-47 fighter and YFQ-42A drone are products of this push. Both leaders are locked in a high-stakes contest of wills, with Japan caught in the middle, aligning with the US while managing its complex relationship with China. Decisions in Beijing and Washington have immediate consequences for pilots over the East China Sea. The fate of the region rests on these leaders' ability to manage rivalry without letting it spiral into war. The world watches, hoping for restraint. The Senkaku and Ryukyu Islands are now flashpoints in the Japan-China standoff. The Senkakus, small, uninhabited, but rich in resources, are controlled by Japan, claimed by China, and patrolled daily by both sides. This maritime gray zone conflict is a tense struggle for control, always at risk of escalation. A single accident could trigger a wider clash, drawing in air and naval forces, and their powerful allies. The Ryukyu Islands, including Okinawa, are a strategic barrier between China and the Pacific. If conflict erupts over Taiwan, these islands become the front line, essential for Japan and the US to project power and defend, but also prime targets for Chinese strikes. Japan is fortifying the Ryukyus, dispersing forces, building new bases, and installing advanced missile systems, including US-made Tomahawks. The goal, create a resilient defense that can't be knocked out in a single blow. Once peaceful, these islands are now a hardened wall against aggression. The stakes for control have never been higher. The US-Japan alliance is the cornerstone of Indo-Pacific security. The US-Japan Security Treaty obligates America to defend Japan, including the Senkaku Islands. This commitment is backed by a major US military presence, an aircraft carrier strike group at Yokosuka, thousands of troops, and daily joint exercises. The new US Marine Littoral Regiment, deployed in the first island chain, is designed for rapid, lethal operations across the Ryukyus. Air power is also being enhanced. The AIM-174B missile with a 290-mile range can destroy Chinese aircraft and missiles from afar. Combined exercises, new weapon systems, and intelligence sharing make the alliance a formidable deterrent. The message to China, aggression, will be met with a united, overwhelming response. The alliance is not just history, it's an active force for peace and stability. In a region on edge, this partnership is the last best hope for deterring war. The world depends on its strength. If diplomacy fails, an air war between Japan and China would be swift, violent, and devastating. China would likely launch a massive missile strike to cripple Japanese and US air bases, especially in the Ryukyus. Japan's goal: deny China its objectives, whether defending the Senkakus or helping Taiwan resist invasion. Surviving the initial barrage, Allied stealth jets would battle for control of the skies. Waves of Chinese jets and drones would clash with Japanese and American forces, while long-range missiles and robotic wingmen fill the air. Losses would be staggering, modern missiles rarely miss, and electronic warfare would create chaos. Even if Japan and the US repel the assault, the result would likely be a bloody stalemate with catastrophic economic fallout. There would be no easy victory, only devastation on all sides. The high cost of such a conflict is the strongest argument for peace. Leaders in Tokyo, Beijing, and Washington must work tirelessly to avoid this future. The immense preparations for war are, in the end, a desperate effort to ensure it never happens.